I used to see people in like the overworld glitches tournaments do this, and it was like, oh, you can do a mountain opener. And people would do the mountain opener, which is funny because the mountain opener used to suck way harder than this because you used to have to deal with dead rocks and wrap your screen a bunch of times and make sure you enter the door correctly. We don't have to do that anymore.
And Wulfy gets it. He does not have to deal with dead rocks, like you said. Not till after. Incidentally, FoxLisk tries to shoot a hoarder, but is blocked by the arrows that it produces.
Wait, that can happen? You can shoot the arrows?
I think so. I mean, I heard the thunk.
That's pretty
Not sure
funny.
what he hit.
I think, going back to an earlier discussion about hook pushing, I think part of the reason we're seeing so many more seeds finish without it is a testament to how powerful the runners have gotten in being able to beat the game with less and less equipment each time they play. I think there may have been a time before when people would have spent a little longer clearing the game and actually be a little bit more likely to find nice tools, and now people are making do with a lot less.
Yeah, for sure. Runners are able to call go mode sooner. Okay, well, Wulfy went immediately for Graveyard Ledge after the old man.
He is on a mission to get bombs. Bombs are... what are they? They're easy to run out of. You will be
that's for
seeing
sure.
a lot of bombs used. We throw them around like shotguns. We just bomb, bomb, bomb. And next thing you know, you have none. Really easy to run out. So you might see somebody go for a bomb shop upgrade at the ferry. How does Wulfy in? How did this happen?
Wulfy did a transition up and down,
Of
and I'm not
course.
sure why. Because that motion is normally to preserve the destinations that holes take you to.
Yeah, that's
for
transition.
example, if you want to go to Back of Escape.
That might have been by accident then, because you do an up movement to get off the mountain, and if you're holding it too long, it might just happen on its own. Oh, fairies dropping from the guards, which means we have an easy source of magic refills.
Mm-hmm.
Those are nice. And even beams. Beams might be nice to have later.
Yeah. And Fox finds the mirror in Kakariko Village. That's pretty nice. And Wulfy finds money at the hobo. A lot of money. Okay, what's next for Wulfy? Lost Woods, Kakariko? Meanwhile, Fox is buying bombs. Always a good thing. Like you said. One of our main goals is to avoid running out of bombs.
Yep. It can happen to you too, at any time. It's not just an early game thing.
Wulfy goes for the arrows in the mushroom spot.
Yeah, that's good, because he has a bow, but that's his only weapon. He needs arrows to actually use it.
Yeah, that's true. Fox sees 10 arrows on the library shelf, but he's good at a maximum of 30. Waddle is on the race game ledge. Fox is setting up an upward teleport And he has to set Link's position left or right as well. He's able to get it, no problem. He's able to kick Link out of position.
Can we put out a PSA to runners? I see people do this a lot. They clip up to the maze race item, and then they drop down again to do the teleport. But you can actually do a teleport on that ledge and not have to jump down.
Yeah, that's an important PSA. Even I do that, of course. And I just don't remember the way to do this downward teleport.
Oh, here a big key. I missed that. That's a nice key. Tower of Hera is either really easy to climb or really hard, and Hera Big Key just makes it a non-issue entirely.
Small key to Castle Tower is in Desert. Desert often is an early play since it's nearby to Kakariko.
We'll also see our first Underworld major glitch from Fox. He likes to set this up manually. This is a pixel precise knockback from the BMOS that will put him across the midline of the room without actually updating his room quadrant ID. And then the next transition he takes will be broken, and he'll be able to get the right side of Desert.
Fox is having a little difficulty, which has given you a lot of time to explain this one.
Yeah. I blame this on the fact that he lines this up manually. And when he does that, he is at risk of getting levers in this way. If you spend too long on the screen, the levers will start hounding you. But if you start earlier, the levers will be lower and you'll be fine.
I'm a little confused about Fox's position because it's not a cue that I'm familiar with, but it's one that works for him. There we see the broken transition. Link jumps forward a super tile, and he can pick up the right side chests. Wonder what that was.
Good question. Here's the mirror. Equipped.
Oh yeah,
He's gonna death heal.
Mirror.
He's gonna death heal to get his. He only has half a heart, which I don't think was intentional. I think he knew he had the mirror. It's easy to forget you have the mirror in here. He got a sword, according to our tracker.
Oh, that makes sense. I saw him dash up with the sword and didn't think I'm. Okay, well that's quite interesting.
Nice spin speed. Oh no.
So I just did a practice seed yesterday with a sword in that very chest, and it allowed me to be in a position to duplicate it immediately.
That's pretty cool. Do you just do a Samaria glitch there? Like, is it that easy?
It's as easy as a south YBA from the door directly above the sword. But that also is difficult because if you are desynced, then you can't line up YBAs like normal. You
can't see what you're doing.
Do some buffer counting, basically.
That's crazy. So
yeah, when Link transitions, he can buffer down, I believe it's 13 or 14 pixels.
So you just counted.
Absolutely sure. Mm-hmm.
That's some fast thinking there. I was watching Kurthel look at refills in Desert, and he found one with the Samaria that requires hovering because it creates a pit at the door, and you have to hover past it to do the next glitch. It's pretty funny.
That's good stuff. Like Wulfy in Desert as well. And now it's Fox's time for Death Mountain. I wonder if he'll do East Death Mountain as well.
With a sword in hand and 8 bombs, I don't see why you wouldn't, unless he had significant incentive to go somewhere else. Now, one thing he does have access to is Tower of Hera. You can do the whole thing except for the basement. You can kill the boss, which is rare for your first mountain trip. You're normally lucky to even be able to hit the switch in the lobby, let alone kill Moldorm.
Wulfy,
How did it miss? I saw this happen twice.
I know.
What's happening here?
I don't know. He doesn't have the right cue.
That looks good. What he just did there.
Again, not the cue that I'm familiar with, but Fox had one that looked a lot like this one, so there you go.
That's the cue I know, so it looked fine to me. Between the two of us, one of us will have a cue.
And Wulfy is looking for the chest. Camera is not synced with Link's position. Wulfy just has to know that the chest is in the middle of the screen. And it's a save and quit for Wulfy. Time for the next play.
That's surprising. Having the mirror, it doesn't have to do death warp out. So
it is
just
a little
abandoning some checks at desert. I guess maybe we'll come back later for them.
Yeah, which were they? They were K45 and Agena, I guess.
Yeah, those are the only ones we have, unless you want to teleport back up to Kakariko to turn in the bottle, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
I think if Sickhead gets done, it's done with the mirror while in the Dark World.
Well, we appear to have been wrong about Fox. He's just leaving Hera altogether for the next play in the South Shore.
Again, surprised that he doesn't go for the NNG Moldorm fight, given that he is very practiced at it, so it shouldn't be a trouble for him, but maybe he thinks Hookshot will make this faster later if he gets that, or a better sword. Or, you know, maybe from his perspective, there isn't really a better time to do South Shore, so you might as well do it now.
Yeah, Fox is a very good any percent NMG runner, getting better all the time. A mid 124 runner. Has a lot of practice with these kinds of fights. And Wulfy is going for the Moldorm fight.
Yeah, Fox will probably go for a glitch here as well, using his bombs. To get to King's Tomb, you can use bombs to juke past the door transition.
Yeah, he's gonna let the bomb snap Link into position where he needs to go 2 more pixels. And there he goes. He juked the transition, and he gets the blue mail as a result.
It's some people don't like it, but I think with the mirror, it's not as bad to have worse death warping at the expense of safety.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Wulfy takes down Moldorm with the fighter sword.
Oh, it's a pendant. Good fight. Wulfy's out. Half Magic is at Ice Rod Cave. Ice Rod Cave is not really left behind in these races, I've noticed.
Oh, there's so many ways to get there now. You can swim to Ice Rod Cave through the land. And you can also use it to arm this water walk out to get to the flipper checks. So Ice Rod Cave is not just one check, it gives you access to these other checks, and I think that's what makes it so indispensable to runners.
Okay, Eastern Death Mountain for Wulfy. Passes by the land bridge. Oh, that's an interesting bonk right at the corner on the right side. I don't usually see that.
It's a pretty funny one. Oh.
Fox thinking about the small key, but instead wants to go to Zora with the money that he has.
Small keys are barely worth it as it is. And the Zora Ledge Clip, if you're not doing like an instant version that gets you straight to the item, it's not worth the time. Fox is not in a position to... Oh, he's gonna swim. He's gonna swim.
Yeah, this is pretty funny if he gets it. The Zoras are pretty rough. Alright, this is gonna be a big play. Here we go. Why doesn't he just jump down there?
Why is he swimming so far? What's going on here? I guess he doesn't know that would be enough. And I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think I would have tried it.
That's why I'm asking.
I'm sure he knows something we don't, because you can just soft lock there too if you change directions in inside collision. And there's an ice rod in Paradox Cave, and we do say an ice rod because we do put an extra rod in the pool for each
that
rod.
guarantees. That essentially guarantees that we can complete the seed. Because then nothing will. Then we're able to fight Trinex, even if a rod lands on Trinex.
We did have a seed in the tournament with a rod on Trinex.
Yeah, that was great.
The bow.
Yeah, it's a second bow for Wulfy. And the cane.
All right, well, this is a good loadout.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. No firepower or a fire source yet, unfortunately.
I have a question about. I know this isn't actually going to happen, but the chests that have their sword in it, is that in the same super tile as the right side lobby of Desert?
Right side lobby of Desert. I'm not sure I understand. The sword was in the compass chest.
Yeah, and that's the same super tile as like the entrance that you never use, right? The one that just drops off into nowhere.
Yes.
And you know why I'm asking that question, right?
No.
Because you can technically tree warp that sword. Because it's in a lobby super tile.
Yes.
I don't think Fox tree warps.
No.
But maybe Wulfy does. It'd be
Wulfy
cool.
shows us the mail coming out of the chest. Alright, what's next for Wulfy? Has he done South Shore? That appears to be where he's going. Oh, Fox is using Quake in a dark room. I missed him go into Agate Tower. Going in there. Okay, just a piece of heart. I didn't see the first chest. Alright, so it's going to be a Hyrule Castle clear for Fox. And this is a good thing to do to get a Cave State big key, which he does not yet have. There are a number of keys that will work to allow you to have a big key while you're in caves, including Hyrule Castle, Palace of Darkness, Ganon's Tower, and Thieves' Town. But we always know where the Hyrule Castle key is, so Hyrule Castle tends to be a good play early.
Old reliable.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one reason we check Uncle. The other reason is Thieves' Town. Because it turns out Uncle Passageway and Thieves' Town are neighbors. And there's a secret door to the back of Thieves' Town through Uncle Passageway.
Yes, a super secret door.
I don't know why the Blind Maiden doesn't just escape through the secret door, but it maybe because it only works in one direction.
Another reason is if you're an Uncle starter. But I don't know if I've seen any Uncle starts in this tournament.
Uncle Star would be pretty anti-meta, no logic.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see Fox set up the offset mirror portal. So when he was on Death Mountain, he did a screen wrap and then placed a mirror portal in this general area. And he's able to get into Pyramid Fairy. Just a big key to Skullwoods. Alright, what's Wulfy gonna do here in Zora's Domain? We saw Fox earn the least valuable small key there is, just a pod key. And Wulfy's gonna go for it with dash buffers. And likely he'll be hopping up above the fence. There he goes. And then he just needs to walk around. Okay, Fox is going for the YBA. And this is a red-green YBA. Red will work here for Fox. YBA is Yuzuhara's bottle adventure and one of the oldest door glitches we know of.
Also one of the most versatile. So it's they're not really fun to do, but it's good to have them when you need them.
Yeah. It's interesting because the variety of options we have for inter-dungeon travel. Fox missed the dash into the doorway. No.
Oh, now he has to fall down the stairs and climb up again.
Yeah. I was just saying the options we have with YBAs are fairly limited. We can't just go anywhere that we want. But there are certain applications we can use. We also can only use one potion at a time. And there's a cost to each door glitch. And that assumes that we get it done right every time, which is part of what makes it a little bit unfun. It's the same frame trick.
Alright, so now we are in the Village of Outcasts, but we're not really in the Dark World. Because we never went there. So, Fox can explore this screen as Link, but he cannot screen transition and still be in the Dark World. He'll just get kicked back into the Light World.
Right. And so this is fake Dark World. And there are a couple of ways to get here. And Fox showed us one where you travel through a Light World dungeon and exit out of a Dark World dungeon. And another way is if we're in a Dark World dungeon and we have not yet killed Aghanim and we take a death, the game state will return to Light World. We often see that with Dungeon Bunny Revival.
Now, Fox can get back to the Dark World by mirroring here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The question is, what's in it for him to do so? You could go to Skull Woods and clear the front. You can get the Bumper Ledge item and use some glitches to get a Link State off of that. Or you can go south to Stumpy and get a Super Bunny from that one and get some Link State. And the Link State will let you do things like open the Mire Medallion entrance or bomb open walls. But as soon as you've entered the underworld and then exited again, you will just be a bunny again. So it is temporary.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Fox wants to do. Meanwhile, Wulfy is following Fox's footsteps in Hyrule Castle. I'm kind of curious if Wulfy goes into Dark Cross. I know that's something that Fox avoids. He considers Dark Cross to be more part of Hera.
I agree. When you have the mirror, Dark Cross is definitely part of Hera, because you can just mirror out again and continue on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I'm the kind of person who will just say, I'll do it from Hera and then forget to do it at all. So, there's definitely an argument to doing it now to make sure it actually gets done.
Wulfy seems to have forgotten about the mirror. Unless he wanted to recover a heart or something. Not totally sure.
Wulfy does have to be careful going into here. He will take a heart of damage from the Zazak that's inside unless he charges a spin.
Oh yeah.
The thing, I don't like charging a spin here because it's easy to just muscle memory a spin YBA and crash your game.
Yeah.
I did it once, I vowed to never do it again, so no spins.
So Wulfy did a full reset.
Interesting. So nothing was found except for the cave key.
Well,
Oh, he died. He death warped so he
that's
can
the
reset.
purpose.
Oh, that's
smart.
genius. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, that really shows how useful it is to take a death, you know. A death warp before YBA especially. Or something where you risk failure and want your resources back. That's a smart play.
Did Wulfy do Pyramid Fairy with this, or did he just walk?
He did do Pyramid Fairy.
Okay, and he did that first.
Yeah. So both runners have that Skullwoods big key, for what it's worth. Now both runners are in Thieves Town. Of course, Wulfy is in Cave State. And we mentioned before that they have a Cave State big key from...
Do we have any idea what this item is that they got from the...
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I have no idea.
Shout outs to our tracker Tam, by the way. I will say this every time. Tracking no logic is extra difficult because sometimes you can't see the chest they're opening. And sometimes they kill bosses without collecting crystals, and it's like, how do you track that? I don't know. No good answer for that. You just have to do your best.
Fox gets the map of Thieves Town from Blind, which shows that it is a crystal dungeon. Then the crystal falls.
I was confused about why Wulfy was like walking around. And then I realized that it's because he was a bunny. He just always a bunny, so I didn't notice.
That's the way to be. Just always a bunny. Okay, Fox is in Mountain Cave now. I wonder if it's going to be a pod play or if he's been to East Death Mountain. Maybe time for Hera. Fox has a Harris Mall. I missed that. Of course, no way to make use of that now. Or is there? I would be surprised if he went to Swamp with it, but it's there for later if he needs. Yeah, now Wulfy's doing those overworld checks. We'll probably be returning to Thieves. Alright, bomb jump for Fox goes for a spin setup.
He gets a little lag on that one and bails, which is a risk of doing it on the left side because you got just more Kadanga fire, more chaos generally. He's probably used to, you know, coming from the right in NMG, and when you're opening the chest, it throws everything off. Especially if you're used to early bomb jump. Alright, let's see Fox's NMG skills. Not something we normally get to appreciate in a no logic race.
Of course, Moldorm has to agree, and so does Frame Rules. But yeah, that was good.
And he gets his pendant. The thing with pendant Moldorm is you don't feel too bad about it because everybody does Moldorm. You're probably going to kill Moldorm at some point. Not necessarily in Hera state, so you might as well just do it now. and get the item early.
Yeah.
What it does signify, of course, is that the hard dungeons like Swamp and Mire are not as likely to be pendants. So you might be in for a slightly longer seed. And maybe need more items for go mode.
Yeah. So Fox is in Spectacle Rock. Spectacle Rock is a route into Palace of Darkness. And it's very possible we'll see all of Pod checked in Cave State here.
Nice flute. Fox missing out on that Cane of Samaria in Paradox Cave makes me wonder if that will affect his routing through Pod, because there are a lot of things you can do with the Cane here to refill chests. And I know that when I'm in here with the Cane, I open chests in a different order to maximize my chances of being able to refill chests easily.
Yeah, that's smart.
And Wulfy will have that going in.
Yeah, I think Wulfy is less experienced using Cane to dupe items, but I won't be surprised if he's learned. The big key of Thieves Town. Not very useful at this point for Fox.
Yeah, funny thing about the Thieves Town and Pod big keys both being the cave key is you're usually doing those dungeons in the cave state. What is going on with Fox? I have no explanation for that except that sometimes you dash slower when a bomb is midair. And that ledge is weird, and those two things combine to produce that effect.
Yeah, those were definitely working in concert to be silly.
Powder has uses beyond making fairies and checking Magic Bat.
Yes, we are one step closer to the solution for hook pushing. All right, Wulfy is mirroring, so okay? So he's in Kakariko now, and is checking Sick Kid. Fox is navigating in the dark maze. Nice to have a sword here, but even still, it's slow without a lamp. Okay, Wulfy's going north. This is interesting. It could be a Skullwoods play.
A bottle.
Yeah, a second bottle for Fox.
Two bottles.
Has a fairy in it.
Yeah, 2 bottles is like the magic number for doing most bottle glitches. Very rarely will you actually need 3 for anything, especially when you have the mirror. So Fox still needs... So Fox needs a few things still, yeah. He needs a sword to defeat Ganon. He'll need some kind of fire for Ganon, and if Trinex is a crystal, he will need both rods. So he's not quite in go mode yet.
Let's see what's in the big chest of Skullwoods. A map of Turtle Rock. The best map, I would say. This will tell us whether we need Ice Rod and Fire Rod.
Alright.
Key of Ice.
Fox is going for Helmosaur through a glitch called Statue Drag.
So he's pulling a fake statue at this moment. And he's unlocked the camera with some door juke magic that has to do with pulling through a transition and getting hit with a bomb.
Yeah, getting hit with the bomb, what it does is it lets him retain that statue pulling state and change directions. Now he can pull again down here. And then do some camera manipulation to ensure that when he transitions down here, everything is lined up correctly, and he will be in the Helmosaur room at the top.
He has 10 bombs and a fighter sword to win this fight.
I think he'll be fine. I think Fox has some experience with bomb, fighter sword, Helmosaur. What do you think?
I think if you want to see more of that, you can redeem Helmosaur RTA on his channel.
I recommend watching it because it's a funny run that relies on a roll of the dice to get a heart drop from the mini Helma. Hey, we have a Hostiles Closet check from Wulfy. We haven't seen that yet, which means we don't even know what the green pendant is.
It's ice.
It is ice. Ice is a weird one because you don't need a whole lot to do it, but not having to do it is nice because it can be a royal pain to actually pull off if you're missing things like the glove and hammer. Like at this point, when you see ice as a pendant, you don't really care about the hammer anymore. At most, the hammer just unlocks chests in Ganon's tower.
Okay, an Eastern play for Wulfy. We did not see an unlock of this dungeon, so we cannot yet get to Armos, but that's okay. Maybe there are some goodies here.
Well, I think Wulfy can do this dungeon.
Oh, yeah, he's got the cane, so maybe he'll be able to unlock the big key door.
Yeah, Wulfy has a lockpick with it. That'll be, as long as he does the right setup and doesn't hardlock his game, he'll be okay. We did see Fox hardlock doing this glitch last time. Hopefully both of them remember that and it's fresh in their minds and it doesn't happen in this race. Fox, unfortunately, is here in Pod and has really easy access to Eastern and doesn't have the cane.
Yeah, just unfortunate routing. You don't have to do all the Light World tracks before Dark World. That can get a little bit stale, so Fox is doing what he can do and diving dungeons that he can do. All right, Wulfy's doing it. He's got his cane out. He's checking the door to bring up the target and ensure that the timer is set correctly. And so, as a target, the door is the target of what gets unlocked. And Wulfy is doing a West Samaria, which has special properties, unlike any other direction. And there he goes. He's unlocked the door. It also despawned all the sprites, so he's not able to continue on, but a mirror reloads the dungeon.
Yeah, the mirror is really nice to have here.
And a high five in this room.
High five. Except Fox will not be able to go anywhere past that big key door with the equipment he has. However, he does have some tools that he can use to get into Misery Mire if he so chooses.
Aha.
Wulfy wants to show that chest can be opened again after you've closed it with the Samaria glitch.
Oh, Bombos is here. Did not notice that.
Yeah, Bombos is a relief. It's a weapon for Cold Stare, so in the absence of a Fire Rod, you can still kill that boss. And it's also one of the potential medallions for Mire, which are technically possible to skip, but extremely time-consuming. It's not something you want to have to do if your opponent has found the medallion.
Yeah. Well, Wulfy's on his way to Armos Knights. Fox is done with this play. Will Sahas be next? That's a good route. Fox will get the boomerang here, which is another part of the hook push combination of items. Optionally. Okay, so Wulfy gets an early silver hit that doesn't do damage. There we go. Easy fight.
Fox going to the potion shop, teleporting upward to get there. I think we'll see what his plans are based on what potions he buys. Maybe he's just doing this opportunistically.
Yeah, the teleport is made from a oh, that was a funny hop. It's done from a big screen onto a smaller screen. So when Link transitions upwards, he is right next to a transition that is visible on screen. And if Link touches that, it's an infinite scroll. So we saw Fox dash to the right or walk to the right and then back to the left to correct the camera.
We also saw Fox buy a red potion and a blue potion. Blue potions are normally used to fake flute in the Dark World, which gets you a Link state in the Dark World, so you can do some overworld stuff without the Moon Pearl. The red potion, probably just for maybe just in case use, because red potion is like the universal donor of potions and can be used in most stores.
That's right. Oh, Fox is reading the sign.
I love this. I have a little like personal rule is that if I'm up a game in a series, I will read the sign on game 2. Nice dead rocking himself. Good thing he doesn't need to. And nice use of the bonk prize pre-grab, giving him beams for this room so he can deal with the Bari in case it electrocutes. Oh, he doesn't have beams. He doesn't have a master sword. He just wanted the help. Why does he want the help?
He's setting up hammer jump, taking him a little longer. But the good news is there are no sprites in the dungeon, and that means there's no falling bridge sprite. Oh right, Ice Rod was here. Ice Rod and Cane.
And Cane.
Two good items for Turtle Rock.
I wonder if that Cane will change his plan. It looked like he was going to do a fake flute, but the Cane gives him some options that don't involve drinking a precious blue potion when you only have, you know, under 300 rupees.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's next for Fox? He's got those potions. He's got the cane. A lot to consider. It is okay to take some time to build a plan because it's costly to not use your resources correctly. So might as well think about it.
Stopping to think is a legitimate strategy in the no logic tournament. Like in something like casual boots, you won't see runners do that because every little second matters. But in no logic, every mistake can cost you up to 2 minutes. And it's not just dying to a boss. It's something like I brought the wrong potion to this dungeon, or I didn't hit 2 buttons at the same time. And stopping to think about your plans before you do them can win races.
Yeah, I often find that I don't think thoroughly enough to have an efficient plan, and it can get really time consuming. All right, what is Fox doing? Well, he fake fluted first of all, so a duck drops him off as a super bunny, and he just needs to touch a statue or poultry, and becomes Link. So this is a one-time Link state. And where will Fox use it? It's going to be some overworld clearing.
Yeah, usually what people will do is they'll go around to Stumpy and Dig Game, and then they will go down to Mire. And the question is, what will they do in Mire? Are they just going to open the door and leave and do Hype Cave, or are they going to go inside? Fox has the opportunity to full clear Misery Mire if he has the medallion, but he can also come back later as a bunny and not get in a link state, and he can just walk there and Death Warp inside. Which means that he can still get the Hype Cave check, have his cake and eat it too, and do Mire later. Heck, if I was Fox, I'd be going for that rupee. Oh, we're getting Taz rupees. What is this? The Moon Pearl's here.
Wow,
Let's go.
that's big.
Okay, now Fox will just enter Mire if he can, because there's no reason to go back to Hype Cave at this point.
Right.
It's free.
Time's up.
Time's up. I wonder if he could have done the quick hop version and beat the timer.
Yeah, I wonder.
Just saying. Just saying. It's a little faster.
Yeah.
I do suspect, though, he probably doesn't know the queue for the Light World tile set. Which I think most people don't know that queue.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You just have to be like one lower than you're used to. Alright, what is Mire? What is Mire? Oh my god,
either.
Fox.
He already checked.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
It's ether.
doing that thing that runners do where they'll check it at the very edge of their screen and the restream can't see it because it's cropped. Ether sucks. Because we don't have it.
Nice Mario strats. Get through the popos. Alright, this is a scary fight for Wulfy. Down to 1 heart.
He has the silvers.
Yeah, silvers, that's good.
So phase 2 is... So as long as he can survive phase 1, he'll be okay. Which is usually the other way around, is phase 1 isn't really the one that matters.
Okay, interesting for Fox. He went up to do something, and now he's doing... Oh, he's doing a spin Mirador. Wow.
Yeah, he's poor because he has 338 rupees.
Right, that's a good point.
He also doesn't have a potion that doesn't VRAM, and I think he wants to continue on this route. So if he wants to continue on this route, he needs to make sure his graphics stay preserved. If he were to drink the red potion in here, he would have broken graphics afterward and not be able to continue very well. I mean, he could try, but it's a challenge for sure.
Yeah, and it's not frozen on Fox's screen. It's just a timer that freezes the game. And there we go. We hear the Triforce door open, and Fox transitions to Land Mollusk. Nice fight. Oh, Wulfy's activating Flute.
Yeah, Flute's underrated. The pendant's here. Fox is taking advantage.
Good mirror.
Yeah, so we have pendant info, and Fox leaves that on the ground on purpose, not just to save time, but to give him the opportunity to do other bosses in Desert State and get warped to the entrance of that dungeon. Usually that will be Argus, so you can do Argus in Desert State and get warped to the front of Swamp, so that you can get the Swamp Crystal after. Fox is going for the meme. Let's go. Oh no, he's just doing Deathful Argus. Oh, I'm disappointed. Damn, Fox has betrayed you. Okay, this is what I was talking about though with that pendant. Leaving the pendant on the ground gives him the opportunity to collect it here instead.
Yeah. That's normally good when you want to go immediately to Swamp. What happens is Link is transported to the beginning of a dungeon if he defeats the boss of that dungeon and collects a prize. But it doesn't have to be the prize of that dungeon.
Okay, so this death hole glitch, you might be familiar with death holes crashing your game, but death hole in a warping pit will have a different effect that doesn't crash your game, and you can use that to copy the pit destination of the room into the room he's in, and then transition from that pit destination into Argus's room. What I like about Fox's route is while he doesn't really have a plan to get the Argus crystal, he can exit this into Hype Cave, which he left behind as a bunny. As long as he remembers to mirror to get back to the Dark World, he'll be able to very neatly route that back in. I really like this.
Nice fight. I would have tried Silvers since that would one-shot Argus. But
yeah, but then you
it's hard to line up.
The problem with Silvers is as soon as you move off that bottom wall, you get all the puffs back, and it's hard to hit Argus with the puffs, blocking him. Well,
yeah, it's not easy.
Desert Overworld. We didn't see this from him yet.
Oh yeah, right.
He left this behind.
Unfortunately, no gloves yet.
No, and Wulfy was probably hoping to have at least one extra thing here that Fox didn't have, and he just doesn't have it. But it's still pretty efficient to do it this way. It's not going to hurt him.
Alright, Hype Cave. You have found.
Small key to Swamp Palace. That's actually pretty good. If we got flippers, it would be good. If we got hook pushing, it would matter.
Right. Alright, Wulfy's setting up a bomb clip. Wulfy knows his sprite well. I use a link ear cue for this.
Oh, but can you do a bunny ear?
Yeah, I learned it too.
But you learned the bunny cue?
Yeah.
How? But you can't dash as a bunny.
No, I mean I've used the bunny sprite before.
Oh, of course. Okay, I see.
Oh, a hobo check for Fox. This is right outside Link's house, so we can do this anytime.
Has Wulfy done this yet?
I don't think so. This is pretty... Oh, yeah, no. Wulfy did do this. We did see the 300.
Okay. I was gonna say, who's out there? I keep seeing people put this off. Some people do it as their second check in the game, which can feel pretty bad if you get something there and you know your opponent got it at the 2-minute mark.
Alright, what's Wulfy gonna do? Wulfy also stealing a key, making this transition. We'll be going to Landmo. Which potion or item will we be using? Looks like a green potion. He's using up a little magic. Green will have the same effect. That is no crashed graphics. And that is thanks in part to transitioning up and down instead of having a fading transition.
Yeah, and the red potion. Oh, there's a hook shot.
The hook shot is just in Hope Room of GT.
We have hook pushing. It's not great hook pushing, but it's hook pushing, and I won't complain. Wulfy is quite dependent, which so there's something I learned last week is that you can mirror out of specifically Landmo and Armos, and Wulfy might not know that because who knows that? It's so obscure. But it's actually really important to know logic because you can do things like this, like leave that pendant behind and use it to warp. Even if it's a crystal, you would leave it behind because you know you're going to do Argus.
So Fox has an exciting assortment of items for hook pushing. I don't know if he'll be using it soon, but yeah, he could. He has hook push. I mean, he has hook shot, of course. He has powder, which will be used for setting a high search index value. We need that to be high to miss slot Ancilla. And Fox does not have hammer, so how are we going to deal with Ganna's tower? Looks like it'll be a juke to start off with.
If Samaria, just like a bomb, you can use it to push yourself past transitions and hit them from the wrong side. Pretty important that Fox got rid of that block before he did it so he doesn't accidentally corrupt. And here we are. We're actually in the Dark Magician Stalfos room. I heard a heart piece for Fox. The small key to this dungeon. I saw his key counter and commitment about that. Unknown item. And the map is song.
What do we think it is? I think it's the bug net.
I think it's the bug net. Oh, you're just saying that.
I'm just guessing.
I thought we saw the bug net, but maybe that was another game. The bug net's not on the tracker, even though we can use it to set indexes. At SpeedGaming, add bug net to tracker. It's okay.
I didn't even realize that.
We can also use Death Hole to do the same, and we can all use Death Hole. So,
I guess a fairy revive.
Yeah, one of the things I want to look into is a way to set up Death Hole and Hera just to get an index. Specifically Hera because it's the easiest pit to get to. That won't crash your game.
Oh yeah.
And Wulfy getting his Moon Pearl. I'm sure he's very happy to see that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that this was a significant play for Fox, and glad to see Wulfy's right on Fox's tail.
Wulfy mapped to reset his tile set to the Dark World tile set to make sure that this teleport worked. Which is something that somebody in chat just brought up as a thing you can do.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I know that Wulfy has full info, having blind pulled the desert pendant.
Yeah. Alright, what's Fox doing? He does not have gloves, so he's going to do a screen wrap to enter the back of Hookshot Cave. Looks good. He gets the wrap. And meanwhile, more overworld for Wulfy.
I don't think we're going to hover in this scene. Maybe Wulfy.
True.
Oh, lamp. That's so
that's
good.
Huge.
Do you think Fox will use it now?
Yeah, maybe.
Fox can go to Ganon's Tower from Hookshot Cave.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think, is Fox bringing up an EG map, maybe? I'm trying to think of why he's paused here.
I don't know why he's paused. For me, I would be thinking about how to set the proper distance. Oh yeah, he's thinking about whether he wants to use a YBA, but he's just leaving.
Well, he's already done Ice Armor, so oh no, he hasn't. Oh yeah, that.
Oh no. Right.
I don't know if he can set distance here. He can stuck push.
Yeah.
I think he can stuck push, and I think he'll be fine. But I don't know if he knows how far he can get away with being. You do have to be at a pretty far distance on that platform to get the stuck push speed long enough to store that hookshot use for later use.
That's what I was curious about. And then it's not worth to go to down to Aghanim.
No, we usually do that at the end. Wulfy is here too, but doesn't have the hookshot. But we'll be getting maybe hovering for that lamp. We'll see. I think Wulfy's a hover.
Looks like a DMD for Fox, so maybe Skull Woods. I'm not really sure.
Skull Woods seems likely. I think Fox is considering not go mode, but I want to be doing dungeons while I'm looking for go mode. Go mode.
Yeah.
So we'll do Skull Woods. He probably won't do Swamp because it's a pain. to get inside, and he has hook pushing and can get the crystal pretty easily once he gets beams. And Misery Mire is a pain as well. He can get to Argus, okay, or the other one, Vitreous, but that's not free at all. So this is the best option for him. Wulfy is not acting like he's going to hover this. He is going to go to Ganon's tower, and he might actually get the hook shot. Now, here's something that's interesting about where Wulfy is going. If he gets the hook shot here, he can get wall mastered back to the entrance of Hookshot Cave.
That's a good idea. Okay, Wulfy needs to use some magic because he's going to use a green potion. We want to see. Yes, there we go.
Oh, I was nervous. I was nervous. Wulfy used his last bomb there. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I noticed.
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to calm person, but he gets it.
Wulfy fights Water Armos and earns sort of a vanilla boss heart.
Okay, one of those items was a mystery. One of them was 5 arrows, and one of them was a map.
5 arrows? That's so few.
10 arrows? I don't know. I saw the arrow counter increment. Maybe it was the heart. Oh, that's not good. Small key to this dungeon is not really what you want when you're in a cave. So Fox can no longer open infinite key doors, but he can still get the hook shot, and that's the important. And I think I said Fox and I meant Wulfy. They're both canines, okay?
Canine versus... It's a dog-eat-dog race.
Indeed.
Okay. Wulfy's gonna carry on in cave state, even though his keys return to 0.
I want to see the Wallmaster play, personally.
Yeah, the wall. That would be. I've never thought of that before. That would be pretty funny.
I think I saw it happen to you by accident once.
Yeah, I just know how it's a bad thing. I never considered it as a benefit. All right, Mothula's down for Fox. What's next?
Oh, Fox had the fire rod, and we didn't know until he used it in Skullwoods.
Oh,
so Tam
gotcha.
was keeping an eye out for things like that, and realizes that the item that was no Wulfy, worst of both worlds.
Too bad. I was, I figured we would do all of Skullwoods using hook pushing with the stuck hook, but I did not see Fire Rod come out, so that's a surprise. So which chest do we think that was?
I think we saw all the chests except for one. So it was that one, whatever it was. But it would have been, Stalfos room. One of the invisible juke chests.
Oh, yeah. In that case, I'm a little surprised we didn't see Right Side GT from Fox.
Wulfy is taking the underground route to Ice Palace.
Right. Oops. Okay. Wulfy drank the potion, unfortunately. But we're in Kakariko Village, so we could buy another potion. Good thing to remember. Wulfy is fluting, though, of course. Wulfy has the flute. Okay, time for a different play. I thought it would be a potion shop refill. Okay, what's next for Fox? He's going to Eastern Palace.
Yeah, is this Eastern, or is this Mire? This is Eastern. Okay, yeah, he can hook push, of course. And the fire rod
Right.
does actually set distance, like
Fire
a
rod.
good distance, not just a little distance. So you can use that to change the variable that the hookshot reads to, instead of pulling you towards the hookshot destination, to just push you in that direction that the fire rod went. Unfortunately, he did not set it up correctly.
Oh, I looked away.
He didn't move with the fire rod. Oh my god, colored me wrong. He
Okay.
got it
Yeah, it's
correct.
enough without moving.
I didn't know you could do it without moving. I guess you just have to not fire it at the wall.
Right. So Fox now has the Eastern Crystal. And Fox's crystal count now exceeds Wulfy's.
Yeah, and what's interesting is Fox saved time not doing Eastern the first time when he was in here. Didn't have the opportunity to delete the door,
Right.
but Wulfy had to do a whole backtrack just to get back to the boss, whereas Fox left and came back with a much faster route to the boss. Not quite aware if he checked this or not. I wonder if he just doesn't remember that he did Eastern or not. Wulfy also setting up a hook push. This is a Samaria setup. Wulfy will also have to get onto that other platform to use... He doesn't have the fire rod. There's no such thing as ice rod distance, right?
Right.
I think he will need to stuck push. I appreciate the effort, though.
Yeah.
I'll just move a little bit. Yeah, that's like the default distance you get from the cane block and whatever else he did.
Meanwhile, Fox is at the entrance of Misery Mire. He just did a YBA to get Eastern to Mire. And Mire 2 is not ever done normally this way because the camera is unlocked or positioned in a different way.
This is the most infuriating room for an NMG runner.
Oh yeah.
It's everything is just a little bit off. You cannot use your normal strats. There's nobody practices this version. I'm sure there's a quick kill for it, but nobody actually knows it.
Yeah, and I've done it with like an early 2 cycle before, which is like the best I've ever done, and I don't even remember how I did it.
I don't know, I'd probably just go for like Bombos or Ether and probably save time doing it.
Probably.
Oh my god, Wulfy has a sword! You can dupe that!
That's so interesting.
Does
Why
Wulfy
didn't
know?
Wulfy?
Does Wulfy know about the dupe? I don't know.
I think he does well, I don't know if he knows. But a lot of runners tend to know about the lava chest dupe because it's sort of the essential super scudge trick, essentially.
And it's easy. Like it's a party trick you can teach anyone. I can go into anyone's stream and say, "Hey, you want to learn a trick?" and have them get like 10 TR small keys or big keys.
Yeah, exactly. People don't really learn from the Super Scudge Samaria Juke video anymore, but it was demonstrated in that room back when Scudge was developing the glitch. Pretty sure, anyway. I know he showed it in various rooms. Something is missing. I am surprised that Fox... No, I'm not surprised. Just kidding. Fox has the Misery Mire big key, but we are still in... So Fox is still in Eastern State. So, no big key for that chest.
The Misery Mire big key can't even really be used when
Right.
you don't have the Mire Medallion. It's pretty useless. It's a brick.
Yeah. Exactly. Even an ID swap would keep your big keys in your inventory the same, I believe. Oop. Wulfy's gonna go for YBA as well. We'll be following directly behind Fox.
Wulfy needs to consume magic to use this potion. So
Oh yeah.
spamming the ice rod a little bit. Why can Fox not beat Vidi right now? Because I think you can do 2 hook pushes with small distance, right? He has the fire rod, he could do big distance hook pushes. Oh, you can't do it in Eastern State. I see. I think you can. If he didn't already spend that key that he got, but he spent it, so I don't know if that's... What's he doing?
I think there is potential in hook pushing past the key doors, but might be too awful.
Yeah, with 2 bombs too.
It's with 2 bombs.
What did we say about running out of bombs in these seeds?
It's not possible. Unless there's some resource here.
I really want to see Fox go to Turtle Rock and do the sword.
Wizrobes, though, would potentially drop 8 bombs eventually.
Oh, good memory. Yeah, the guard pack.
Yeah.
It's on the fairy pack.
Oh yeah, they're infinite Wizrobes too.
I know exactly one person in this tournament who actually tracks prize packs, but remembering things like that is not completely beyond them.
Is it Tajso?
It is Tajso. Wulfy
that's what's great about having Taj as a co-op partner. He'll help track your team's prize packs.
Did Wulfy get the lamp from Hookshot Cave? I totally missed that. Okay, so he has a fire source. Just choosing not to do those chests in Eastern State for some reason. Also leaves the key behind, which means that if he wants to hook push, he can do it. I don't think you need fire rod distance. He has beam distance. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Both runners are very close to go mode, and they need different items. Well, this is a solution. So he's going to hook push past these blocks, which
oh my gosh, I love it.
You can just do like a bomb bow setup here, but he has no bombs, so he can't. I wonder what his spooky action plan is. Are we going to see a spooky armed? No, he has to do it 0 ace tuck push, but he can't because he doesn't have bombs. He just swapped past. Oh no, swapping past them because he wants to.
I don't see the issue here though.
Oh no, he's fine. He's fine. He does need to get spooky though.
Yeah. Wulfy is the end of the road for Wulfy.
Yeah, Wulfy is I don't know. Wulfy could have done 50 there too. I'm actually surprised he doesn't go for it because I think he knows the hook pushes. Alright, doing spooky action in the light, a lot easier than doing it in the dark.
Yes.
Well, if you're gonna take another stab at Ice Palace, maybe there's another fire out here.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Wulfy missed the YBA before and just went for another play. Alright, Fox needs to do another hook push. What setup will he use? Just a fire rod distance, I suppose. And the, yeah. The shooter's always annoying. But Fox will get this. A little bit surprised about his position, but this is fine.
I think he's trying to avoid the Terminator that he's set by doing the fire rod onto a wall. You can't just like be on the spot that the beam or fire rod landed, or it might stop you. Has a chance at stopping you, so try to position yourself behind it to avoid that. And he had just enough distance to do that. Just a couple pixels. So there's Vitreous down for Fox. Still needs the crystal. We do require both the crystal and the boss be killed for tournament rules.
Alright, this is an interesting play for Wulfy. Wulfy did make the YBA into Ice Palace, and now can do Pendant Ice, Green Pendant Ice. What will he be doing here? Will he be bomb clipping to save a key? And maybe some time? Fox looks like he's going to the potion shop. Did not activate flute, so this is just dashing over. As far as I can remember.
I am wondering what his plan is for this. He's not going to do Vidi, right? Like, I think he'd do that last, because you don't get anything out of it. There's nothing behind a crystal. But he does have other options.
Yeah, it could be a go mode soon for Fox if he goes to Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock would be interesting.
I would prefer Fox gets bombs before doing this, but that's just me.
You make that recommendation. I mean, you could attempt a telepathic communication to Fox, but he would not receive it.
Yeah, and I'm also really trying to tell Fox telepathically not to mirror wrap into the back of TR, because if he does, he will be very sad at the other end.
The thing is, it'll be a quick
realization.
Correction.
Yeah, I'll understand in 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. FoxLisk does not have pointy Hylian ears.
Well, the funny thing is Fox is not buying bombs. He's gonna get one. Or he's gonna go some other way. Nope, he's gonna get a bomb here. I didn't know what his plan was. He's like, I'm gonna try that again. And see if maybe it'll work the second time. No. You do need a bomb, still. Yeah, this is your chance to do Dark Cross, Fox. See, you don't do it in the escape, you just never do it. Even if you think it's part of Hera, you're actually never gonna do it. On the other hand, he could go to the back of escape from Dark Cross using the Hera small key.
Rue. Okay, Fox gets the mirror app. It's gonna send him back to Laser Bridge, bomb in hand. Meanwhile, Wulfy doing an interesting route that didn't hit the crystal switch.
Yeah, this is like the...
Yeah, he has the keys and Samara.
Yeah, no, I have the keys, I stole a key. It's one of those things that like advanced runners will think about. Like, do I really need to hit the switch or not?
Pretty common in the entrance shuffle. And
it's
stuff.
weird though, because when you clip through the wall, the switch is on the way out, so it actually probably does save time to hit the switch. So I'm not really sure how Wulfy ended up in a non-switch hit position from having done the clip.
Yeah, and Wulfy is now setting up a blue YBA, and this will be his way to get to Cold Stare. Okay, Fox, what you got?
Okay.
Fox
just needs to mislide
Mm-hmm.
and set any distance that's like any decent amount. Like that fire out is fine. And he carries the block all the way up. And he can throw it here, or he can take it even farther. But he's just going to throw it here and hookshot the torch. The pause is to ensure that a timer runs down while he's paused. And now he can get the full distance out of that fire rod.
Right, Fox has a tough fight ahead of him.
Fox? Oh, this is...
The slash was a little surprising. Yeah, he needs something like 2 green potions.
The Fox
ideally.
makes me think he like didn't realize he would be in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, he could use Samaria refill, although he'd probably need bombs for that. No, he has red boomerang.
He'll be fine. He has half magic and another potion, I think.
Yeah.
Like 4 magic extensions is what the logic would require if there was logic. So
Yeah, he's got it.
Nicely done.
Meanwhile, Wulfy was able to fall to drop into Cold Stare. It's not a free trick at all.
Oh no.
And Cold Stare is also no problem.
This is also not free, what Fox is doing.
This is
phase
great.
2 Trinex. This is almost like doing Ice Trinex. And he is pulling out his cape. He can't use it though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is
Oh,
not
he's in a position. Oh
Yeah, this is
no,
not good.
Fox.
Yeah, Fox does not have the rhythm down yet to deal with this. So if he's not in position,
I would not cape.
no, that's not enough.
It's not enough, and it'll cause a lag, and you exit the cape, and you'll be thrown off.
Yeah.
Well, he can
tough.
loot the place and get a sword. If
Yeah.
he does it correctly. He had a green potion he could have caped.
Yeah.
That's tragic. That's tragic.
That is tragic, yeah. Green could have been good for...
Well, drink the potion.
Cape.
Drink the potion, Fox. No, you could have had a sword. He'll get a refill here. It's fine.
Yeah, there's still an opportunity to save that potion and continue on. But first, fake powder for heart refill.
Is he gonna try again? All right, I respect that.
It's either try again or refill magic.
Or you do something else. Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know if he meant to quake there.
No, that's a little unfortunate.
The quake is next to the lamp. The quake, unfortunately, does put him a little bit tight on magic. And this is a very magic-intensive version of hook pushing that he's doing here, so I'm hoping that he has his wits together enough to either Samaria refill or use his rods, with some spins to get some, maybe a little extra damage.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if the spins do anything. I guess they do a little bit. Like 10 of them would work or something. Looking good. Whew.
Wow, that was good. Okay, now he has a full health bar. He just has to be prepared for this part. And I think he just wasn't prepared last time. Wulfy's going to get his fire rod. He's going to be the first runner in go mode.
Oh yeah, GT. I didn't see Wulfy go for this, so this will be good.
Yeah, Wulfy killed Cold Stare, did not get anything out of it, so this is his next play.
Yeah, it's quite interesting that Wulfy went...
I know what happened to Wulfy. Unfortunately, when you were in that juke position,
oh no,
you were positioned to do a West Samaria transition corruption, which, as we mentioned earlier in Eastern, will hardlock your game if you don't do the right setup. And Wulfy doesn't necessarily know that that's a West Samaria corruption.
Yeah.
It's not intuitive that would happen. It's always safest to just detonate your block when you're in that position before you try and juke the door.
Yeah.
But the good thing is he's going back. That's really what we want to see here. Fox, meanwhile, in Fort Hearts, still working at this Trinex fight. This time does not have any potion that he can use to refill. Yeah, managing knockback is so hard.
Yeah, and we can tell that Fox was on a roll there. He got Trinex kind of moving in a circular pattern, and he was able to outrun him.
This fight is almost like the Fighter Sword Vitreous Phase 2, where you have to get Vitreous to go in figure 8 patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if hopefully Wulfy understands what happened enough to know what to do about it.
Hmm.
Fox is going for some TR clears, but it's not the right ones. I don't know if this path can take him to the big chest, because he doesn't really have a good way to get there from here.
It can. Or glove. And the big key of this dungeon. That's pretty good. I gotta say. Even more incentive to go for lava chest.
Wulfy deciding to get more checks while he's here. These are checks we didn't see from Fox, and while Wulfy is in go mode, there are several items he could pick up, namely ether or, well, I don't think he needs flippers, but it's really just ether. That would be the big time save for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure which, if any, flipperless swamp routes Wulfy knows. We'll find out though.
Yeah, we want to see hook pushing. It's the fastest way.
Yes.
Tempered Sword also a big time saver, and the Hammer. So Hammer and Fire Rod mutually locking each other, which is neat.
Yeah, good stuff. GT was the play.
Fox has set up a quadrant glitch in this room, and we'll be going to Agate 2.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But
I don't think Fox has a path to the middle. I don't think he can get there without going back through the overworld, so this makes sense.
I'm actually kind of confused what happened to his key.
Me too. Because he had 1 in here, and now he has 0, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he went to Chomps, which would have been the end of his road.
Yeah.
So close, so close. He's not gonna go back for that, right? Like the big chest.
No.
The big key chest.
It makes sense.
But you can only open the big key chest, but you can open it more than once. So it's actually really good for him. But Wulfy can't go to random room. No keys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought wrong. I forgot that Fox would get stopped there.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Wulfy's doing here. Wait a minute. Wulfy didn't get the
slightly
small
surprised.
key there. Wulfy didn't get the small key there. What?
Oh,
That's interesting. Fox in the fake dark world. I don't think he realized he would be, so he saves and quits out. It's tricky because you get the dark world music when that happens, but you don't. You're not actually there.
Oh yeah. That was due to dying to try next, was it?
Yeah, that would be it.
All right, Fox taking advantage of gloves here. Hopefully, will be. I mean, the obvious thing to do is blockbuster to hammer pegs, right? Has a key. Might as well go for Dark Cross. Things are looking grim.
Desert Palos big key for Wulfy will give Wulfy a faster route to Vitreous through desert.
Oh yeah.
He can hook push south in the entrance, the left entrance, and progress through the back of the dungeon. The big key. Fox does not find anything here, which we knew, but he had the opportunity to do that from here and had better density to do, but now he has more or less orphaned most things, and we'll have to start doing some. Oh no! Wulfy doesn't have a glove.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised to see this route for Wulfy, and it does require a lot. It requires Moon Pearl, Hammer, and Glove.
Yeah, and no Logic players will forget that route even exists when they do have those items, so it's surprising to see anyone doing it.
Okay.
Fox maybe was screen wrapped? I'm trying to think of what happened there.
I'm gonna pull up the EG map to see if there are some other ways to dupe the sword, the only sword that Fox has found.
Yeah. Free warp?
Right. Tree warp is a good idea.
We talked about this, but I don't think
But
Fox tree
Fox will
warps.
not do that.
Would you tree warp that?
No, I won't tree warp in the tournament because I don't know
Ah,
enough to make it consistent.
and you have deleted your save file that way before?
Oh yeah.
It only takes once. Unless you're Crithel, then you'll do it and keep tree warping.
Crithel is a gamer. All right,
Yeah.
Wulfy finds his way uh, back to where he wants to go, which is Skullwoods.
Skullwoods will find nothing, I think, but it is a crystal, so and he'll have a much faster Mothula fight with that tempered sword. It's funny to see tempered sword from Wulfy when Fox is still on fighter. If Fox goes to Turtle Rock right now, though, in the middle, he can get to tempered very quickly. And I really want to see that, because that would be cool. And
Yeah,
that would
where
make
was
this
Tempered
race.
again?
GT compass room, right side.
Oh yeah. That's right. I was thinking Fox might do that soon, but I have
Fox
no
going
idea.
here is not good. This is not middle of Turtle Rock. This is top of Cannon's Tower.
Yeah. Interesting.
Nice bomb. He's been here before.
He gets the slow dash again.
He's only one bomb.
Oh, he is going to GT.
Oh no, he has only one bomb. But he can get the sword in the compass room, so that's good for him at least. It's not as cool as getting the Turtle Rock swords, and it won't get him into tempered, but it will put him in go mode, and that's what's important. So who do you think is in the lead, given that Fox finds a sword here? And has
I can't
already done
tell.
Argus and already done Vitreous. Wulfy is behind on dungeons, but is ahead on go mode and has a better sword.
Yeah. I have no idea. This we have a race.
Now, Wulfy's full clearing behavior will also slow him down, and it also tells me that he might not be confident with the Mire dupe, or with Vitreous fight, or with Argus, or with hook pushing, and Fox gets trolled here with the small key of this dungeon.
Yeah, that's
Classic.
so good.
Classic. Everybody gets that small key, so at least you know, like, my opponent got that too. Oh, I'm glad to see Fox aware of his bombs enough to pick up an extra here.
Yeah, Fox is not necessarily in go mode. He's potentially saving and quitting.
Oh! He's gonna go to Random Room, which we saw, but I don't think he can go anywhere from there, so he is not in a position to get a sword here.
Wait a second. No. I'm thinking of the double East Samaria from left side, potentially. He's not going to do that, and cannot do that, but it's a way to combine right side with Rando Room.
Is this stable? Is he going to be able to backtrack to the front of the dungeon?
No.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Alright, what's happening for Wulfy? He's taking a bunch of damage and now setting up for Death Hole.
Mm-hmm. God, he keeps getting hit. What's going on here?
Bad BMOS RNG.
Yeah, it would be really bad if he got hit by his own bomb and died.
Oh wait, yeah, maybe Fox can leave.
Whoa, okay, you can stabilize. Yeah. I don't know how. I think he can go up the stairs and reset the dungeon.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
The staircase
will
generally preserve where you are. So, like, you'll never soft walk going up a spiral stair. He's wondering if that's good. Oh no!
No, do it. Do it, I dare you.
What?
I think you can leave through that door. I don't think it's a problem. But I think Fox is making the right call by being safe. Because, it's there is hard lock potential in dealing with exits after using some Mario glitches. So I do appreciate that he's being safe there.
Wulfy, I don't know
I
if
also
Wulfy knows that you really
oh,
want Argus to be on the top. Fox is going
oh.
back. Okay, he got a bottom Argus, which is pretty impressive because that's
It
hard to
is
do.
impressive. I don't know how to do that.
I know it's possible, but it's much tighter.
And Argus looks pretty silly jumping up with the whole gang of our guy.
And Wulfy does not get the convenient warp out that Fox got, but Fox is going to get his hook shot again because he put it back in the chest. Very convenient. Imagine you getting 2 hook shots. Most people don't even get 1, and Fox got 2. What is this? Is this Twilight Princess?
Okay, Fox.
At least he noticed. That's the important thing.
Yeah, I was afraid he
This is
didn't.
going to be tight. Yeah, okay, he knows it's not going to work.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, what is next for Wulfy? Wulfy wants to. I think he wants to do medallionless mire.
It's pretty funny to see this climb.
Yeah,
This is so NMG.
it's
Where's he
different.
going? I don't even know where he's going. He's gonna fake flute as a link.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why. He could
It
use
locks
a
the,
bomb.
he locks the
line up.
glove, so yeah, it might just be his fastest way to swamp. Like
Yeah,
it is.
he's
I don't know if this is faster than super jump though.
yeah. He could also use a bonk to line up against the edge.
Oh, Fox is having a hard think about that sword he just found.
Okay, this should
Measuring
be
his
go mode.
bottles, like how many bottles is that enough? It's enough. All he
And
has to do is medallionless mire, easy peasy, and flipperless swamp, easy peasy.
Yeah,
And we'll
sure
be
he's
seeing
not very excited about it.
flipperless swamp
Yeah.
for Wulfy, which is a hook push. I don't know if he said index. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so Wulfy's doing a hook push with the slot 9 block, and should be getting sword beam distance, which will send Wulfy as far as he can go. A long way, anyway.
I don't know if I ever considered using a bomb to fill the first slot. I always use a Boots Dust, which requires a certain amount of rhythm. But the bomb takes that out, and you don't have to rhythm. Wulfy gets the hook push. Perfect. I don't even think he'll have to collision kick very much. There we go. You do have to be there to catch the crystal, because otherwise it'll land in the wall. Fox is setting up for his medallionless mire. He has hook pushing arms, so he doesn't have to delete the sewer door. He can just hook push past it. Which is such a treat and no logic.
Yeah, it is. And okay, why did Fox go that far?
Oh, you can go really far and you'll be fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can go very far.
Yeah, I thought it just had to be a peak. Okay, interesting. Yeah, like you were saying before, it's very time consuming to deal with mire without the use of the medallion to get in.
So how are we doing this? Because there's a lot to talk about here.
Yeah, this is a dungeon ID swap. All the dungeons are paired. So what this means is you can think of it first of all like going from Hyrule Castle to the sewers. The game thinks of these two areas as two different dungeons. So when Link goes through the sewer door, he's transferring from one dungeon to another, and the game changes the state by swapping from Hyrule Castle to sewers. Now, for some reason, all of the dungeons work like this when we go through this door. So the way to do mire without entering the dungeon is to swap its dungeon ID. And so the pair is Palace of Darkness. So if we enter Palace of Darkness, then go through the sewer door, we'll be in Mire. And then we can earn the Mire prize if we get to a boss room. And there we go. So I was kind of talk through it. So Fox did hook push to get through the shutter door, the one-way shutter door.
Fox is farming for bombs.
Ah, okay.
Now, everything in this dungeon drops bombs, but he's running out of enemies. Luckily, all these rats are on the pack. It'll be fine. I said I'll be fine. I said I'll be fine. Okay, good. He lost so many 50-50s. That was scary. He's actually going to go back down. Wait, what?
We saw the gold sword. It's just in Krista Roller Room.
Oh no! Remember when I said Fox should just continue through Turtle Rock instead of defeating Trinex?
That's part of what I was thinking that he was doing too, but he ended up not doing it that way. I kind of missed what was happening. I thought I talked through it and didn't pay attention to what Fox was doing.
He's going back to Hera. So he did his swap. He has that crystal icon on his corner of his screen, indicating that Mire is a crystal. I think his compass counts are also changed.
I guess I'm just confused why I came back to this room instead of using the normal key rat room.
This is the one he knows, and that's my guess. So the other one has, if you don't know what you're doing, it's really easy to embed yourself in a wall.
Why did he learn this one?
Because normally you have bombs, and you can do the sewer door swap, and then immediately hook push past up, and it's optimal.
Yeah, that's true. Also, Fox has done this in another race.
He didn't. Oh, never mind.
He didn't.
Okay, he didn't.
Okay.
He ran out of bombs.
Oh.
Ran out of farm. Kind of nice that everything respawns here, though. Now he has a bunch. Now he can do this.
He has maximum. Okay, and now he's doing what you said.
Yeah, now his compass says 0 out of 8 because he's in Mire. I was actually confused when I saw like 3 out of 13 because I knew that he hadn't actually been in Mire yet. And
we need to see an 8.
The one use of a compass, and the no logic is to confirm that you're in Mire when you're here.
Yeah, exactly. Now the commentators know better.
Setting up a new distance. I think he's running into some invisible like hook push stoppers that he's set. There's a few things that the hook push will check for when, to know when to stop Link. Wulfy has deleted the sewer door and saved and quit. And, everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Is Wulfy fighting Gygas and Earthbound? That was a mess.
This version of Hera is pretty funny. I guess I don't know if it's really optimal if you have to climb Hera again. You could Hera pot. Because the other one takes you to that room. It's like one extra room, but maybe it's a little faster. Hard to know. But the important thing is, Wulfy has Butter Sword, but still has to do all of Mire.
Yeah.
Including Vitreous. I don't think he did Vitreous yet.
Mm-hmm.
Fox has 1 arrow and is about to go fight Ganon after doing Swamp.
Yeah, he's got to do Swamp, huh?
But hopefully he'll remember to refill his arrows before Ganon because he's on Master Sword and that will significantly speed up the fight.
Oh yeah, we didn't really talk about the sewer door deletion. When for a long while, our way of going through the Hyrule Castle shutter door was to delete the shutter door and just walk through and then walk back. So Wulfy... Yeah, I guess you already talked about this. Sorry about that. Yeah, but anyway, there is a way to do that while preserving graphics, but it kind of doesn't matter as long as you can mirror out or save and quit.
I didn't really go into detail about why Wulfy was corrupted there, but yeah, that's what he was doing, deleting the sewer door so he doesn't have to hook push through it, because he probably doesn't really know the hook push very well. Or doesn't know about it.
Right, I'm still hesitant about the same route that Fox demonstrated.
Fox is doing his last crystal. We saw this from Wulfy. To hook push very fast.
Yeah.
This is easily the fastest way to do swamp, including like doing it vanilla. Like the fastest optimal way to do swamp is to do Death Hole into this. No matter what.
Yeah. And this particular dupe just requires Mothula to be dead already, because we're falling into the Mothula super tile, but not the boss room quadrant. And because we pick up the prize in the Moth super tile, we come out of Skull Woods, which is kind of interesting for Fox, because he can just dash to Ganon. Yeah. And we saw Agate 2 from Fox, but not from Wulfy, is that right?
Yeah, I don't even know if we saw Trinix from Wulfy.
Right.
Usually you do Trinix and Agate 2 together, which may be what Wulfy is aiming for. Maybe he wants that warp out of the dungeon, so he saves it. Because there's, I guess the only thing stopping him was...
where are you going?
If he doesn't know the hook push to get to Trinix, maybe he's hoping for the TR big key. But you won't get it here because the Crystal of Meyer doesn't do anything for him. Except let him beat the game.
Yeah. Okay. So we saw a little bit of camera movement there, but I think it's okay. Yeah. So if Fox enters the drop and misaligned a little bit, it will be a Houlihan room drop instead.
Alright, I would like to point out that once again, Fox's arrow count.
Alright, so it won't be a 52 spins. It won't be 4 arrows. It'll be something along those lines. So there we go. We saw it on Wulfy's screen. The shutter door appeared, but it was in graphics only. Wulfy was able to just dash through. And I don't know if Wulfy's planning to hook push to Hera. I suspect it'll just be a YBA.
I could have sworn Wulfy did this dark cross check, but he didn't, so...
Okay, so it's Fox that discovered it was junk?
Yeah, I actually thought, like, oh, we knew this, it was junk, because I didn't notice Wulfy getting anything good in the escape. Okay, Wulfy's gonna go for a YBA, but he's gonna get these chests first. Maybe on the hopes of finding just something that makes Vitreous a little better. I don't know. If he's comfortable with hook pushing, Vitreous is fine now, because you just go to Desert and hook push down. But if he's not, then... I mean, he clearly knows the swamp. So I'm curious why he's opening chests here. And here's Fox going for his Silverless Ganon, which he is very good at, so I'm not too worried about it. He's... oh no, I said that. I shouldn't have said that.
He is good though. He wrote a tutorial on it.
He wrote the book on this.
I mean, he did a video on it. All right, Wulfy's lamps look messed up, but they should be fine as long as he got the. Oh, maybe he did the. Maybe he went through. Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah.
I think he must have gone through, not going up enough after the YBA.
You can go up quite a bit. It's very lenient.
Yeah.
But you have to go up at least 7 frames. So what I do when I'm doing that is I tap up 7 times, which guarantees 7 frames, because I promise you none of those are set 1-frame taps.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they are, it still works.
But it's extremely lenient. In other words, you can just walk up however many frames you want.
You can. But I like tapping up because that guarantees that I've done at least 7 frames. Alright, and that is GG for Fox. Finishes with, well, he has no timer, but something around the 150 mark.
GG.
GG.
I believe it was a 47 spin Ganon. Because it's instead of 52, we subtract 6 for one of the arrows, and then add 1 for the stun. So there we go. Fox gets 2 wins against Wulfy, and so we'll be advancing.
Well, I'm gonna quickly look up his opponent. Oh, it's me. Good luck, me. Good luck, me.
And that will be a really good race, too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
Series.
I think these have all been fun series, but
Hey
as
there.
we advance deeper into the brackets, GG, Fox.
GG, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Do you want to know about the swords?
I don't know. Do I? Is it going to be too painful to deal with?
It'll be pretty painful.
Okay, if you go into
Is
my...
there one on Hobo?
No.
Okay, good. No, I guess I got there eventually. Sorry, where are they?
Well, there were at least 4 swords in Turtle Rock.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Lava chest. So
I thought
Wulfy-
about going in just for the chance of that, but I screwed up so many other things that I never found a way to make it make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and you ran out of keys. Did you think about going from the front?
I thought about it. I didn't have enough keys to go from the front. I knew that.
Nope.
There was other times that I was thinking about it because I wanted to do GT, but I couldn't go to TR and then GT, and I don't know, it was so bad.
I think you could have technically duped keys, and
That's probably true.
you can
I
like
don't know.
restore the pokey 0 key, but
Yeah.
that's not something that you're gonna do. So yeah, lava chest, also Krista roller room had one.
Great.
Very close, very close.
I was gonna go get that, except I was out of magic.
Yeah,
I was gonna
exactly.
do TR backward. After I died to Trinex, I was gonna do TR backwards, just hoping there was hammer or a sword, and then mirror out and do Trinex.
Yeah. So that's rough, but a successful fighter sword Trinex was pretty fun to see. It looked
Successful
like
is a stretch, but I guess we eventually got done.
yeah, you got into the groove and made it through.
I'm interested. I guess Wulfy made it to go mode and just didn't think the finish out from this point was fun, which is pretty valid.
Yeah, for sure. We are wondering if Wulfy will join us. So, what are your thoughts on this seed overall, Fox?
I thought it was. I think that if I hadn't, I think that in like a somewhat objective sense, it was a pretty cool seed. Except that I made a bunch of mistakes that felt really bad, like not watching my key count in Mire. On the one hand, it's very cool that I got to do that sort of scramble to figure it out. But on the other hand, like I wish I hadn't been an idiot. And when I found Fire Rod and GT, I looked over at my auto tracker and didn't see what had lit up. And so I saved and quit, and then immediately noticed it was Fire Rod, and then didn't go back to Compass Room for 100 years.
Right.
Oh, that would have been something.
Because I would have
I
been in go mode
see.
10 minutes faster if I had noticed that was Fire Rod.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about your rando room route to the front of GT, and I thought it was a good safe thing to just not go through that door. But I also was daring you to go through it because I wanted to find out
I
that
went
it
through
would be
it
fine.
once, and that was enough risk for me.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, it's interesting. Chad is saying that Wulfy maybe doesn't know the hook pushes to dupe Mire. I'm not sure. I find it a lot
that's
easier
just-
than the deletion.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's faster, of course, when you can solve something with hook pushing.
Right. And it was nice to finally have real hook pushing for like a significant part of a seed.
Yeah, Fox,
Yeah.
you got 2 hook shots in the seed. Like
I know.
that's revenge. And your file name was "Please give me a hook shot," right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
you got 2. I like that you opened those chests too, knowing that there wasn't anything like worth duping in there.
No, just for fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's the story of this tournament, right? It's except that we actually got hook pushing, but it's a pretty bad go mode, except that it's sword mode.
Yeah. I haven't seen a race end with 2 crystal collections. And especially with Flipperless Swamp and Medallionless Mire, which in terms of glitched history and randomizer those were like the 2 like main goals that people had to figure out.
Right. Yeah.
Or
they're
so
not too-
Glan,
not that
Samurai
bad.
Prawn. What's that?
They're not that bad at this point. Like we have so many
Yeah,
tools for
exactly.
getting everything done.
Right.
I will say, one mistake that I felt really bad about, although I guess it didn't matter based on where the swords were, was like while I was in the middle of the Death Hold Argus, I realized that I should have done the YBA instead to open checks on the way. I don't know. I felt
yeah.
like sort of low key panicked for a lot of this seed. I kept being like, I'm kind of in go mode. I'm very close to it. Like, I just need a sword. How much do I open? And then I would get confused and not have keys and stuff. And I don't know. At least I only ran out of bombs once, so that was something.
So Wulfy has declined an interview and just wants to send the message that everything is terrible. So, yeah, it kind of, certainly has the potential to be terrible when you have these lower percent go modes or when you're just spending forever looking for a sword. But I do hope that Wulfy has fun in the next 2 races, at least in the lower bracket. So we'll be seeing him there. How about you, Fox? You'll be pacing me next round.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah?
get that on the schedule soon.
I don't think we need to do it soon. I've been commentating every night, so I'm busy. I can't do it. I also don't think we need to be moving round 3 that quickly.
That's true. No, we'll figure out a time though.
Yeah, I think at least let some of lower brackets start before kicking off round 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be a fun series to watch for sure. 162 items. Looking for sword for go mode. A fun fact, Fox, I went over this early on, was that your sword was in the same position that I found a sword yesterday, and I duped it immediately with a South YBA from the big key chest of desert, which is pretty hard to do without a queue, but it is possible.
I was looking at one of the long pauses in that was me thinking about if that sword was dupable.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how you would dupe it.
Tree
What's the
warp.
trick?
Tree warp.
Yeah.
It's a lobby
What's
chest.
the other answer?
It's a lobby chest.
I don't believe in tree warp.
I don't believe in tree warp either, but maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll see it tonight. We've got Crithel racing. He's like one of the 2 people who will do it in a race. We have another race as well. Coxla versus Zakat at 1 a.m. and Crithel versus JD Silvergun at 2 a.m. Eastern time. So tune in for those. They will be getting restreams of some sort. We're still looking for commentary, but they will definitely be on display.